Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, we all know that Raila Amolo Odinga will be unveiling his running mate tomorrow. And Raila was given 3 names. And out of these 3 names, there is rumors that Raila is now narrowing down to 2 individuals. And this 2 individuals is Martha Karua number 1 and Kalonzo Musyoka as option 2. So tomorrow we are going to know the truth. And in as much Kenyans are anticipating to see who Raila Amolo Odinga's running mate will be, today, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, who is the Wiper Party leader, and again someone who appeared for interview, met with Gideon Moi. And he captioned the photo, "How is your Sunday?" And he tagged Gideon Moi. Moi also shared the same photo. So it shows that these guys were together today. They were sharing their good moment. And seemingly, there is possibility that Kalonzo Musyoka has had a meeting with Gideon Moi. They did not just meet without a reason, because in politics there is nothing like bumping to someone or an incident happening out of accident. No, they planned to meet. So the question we are asking ourselves today on this punchline: what could be the possible reasons and what could have been discussed in Kalonzo Musyoka Gideon Moi meeting? That's what we want to try and analyze. But before we go deep into that, just a quick request. You might be watching this channel but you have not yet subscribed. So my humble request, please consider subscribing so that any other time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our video to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, number 1, in my view, Gideon Moi is a close ally of President Uhuru Kenyatta. And for that reason, there can be a possibility that Moi is a Uhuru Raila emissary to Kalonzo Musyoka. Moi has been sent to deliver a message from Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta to Kalonzo Musyoka. And one of the issues these guys have to sort out is to tell Kalonzo Musyoka the truth on how Azimio la Umoja want to play the politics this time round. Because they might not want to meet Kalonzo Musyoka with a shock. And since Gideon Moi and Kalonzo Musyoka have been in Kenya, One Kenya Alliance, then they joined this Azimio, and again Gideon Moi has been fronting Kalonzo Musyoka as the best running mate. He endorsed him. But it's turning out Raila might not pick Kalonzo Musyoka. If he will not pick him, then they are just reaching out to Kalonzo Musyoka through Gideon Moi to understand how Kalonzo Musyoka is going to react. And Gideon Moi has to take message back. Remember, Ruto was choosing his running mates today. But from yesterday, he was holding everyone with the expectations. So the decision they reached today, it was not made today. It was finally made publicly to those people in Azimio leadership. They knew yesterday. So today was just unveiling. And same thing to Kalonzo Musyoka and the Azimio team. They might want Kalonzo Musyoka to know what will happen tomorrow. So Gideon is an emissary to deliver the message. Now, number 2, Kalonzo Musyoka is been rumored to run for presidency on independent ticket just in case Raila Odinga will not choose him as his running mate. So Uhuru might be reaching to Kalonzo Musyoka through Gideon Moi. Because remember, Uhuru himself has had several meetings with Kalonzo Musyoka and Gideon Moi together. But every time they have meeting, after the meeting, Kalonzo huwa anatoka nje na kuanza kuongea mambo mengine tofauti. So maybe Raila and Uhuru are reaching out to Kalonzo Musyoka through Gideon Moi to try and prevail upon Kalonzo not to run for presidency on independent ticket and instead support Raila Odinga. And if not so, then another thing is this one. There is possibility that Kalonzo might decide, okay, my Wiper party is an Azimio agreement, but I can move as an individual and with my people and support William Samoei Ruto. Remember, Ruto was unveiling his team today. So Gideon Moi could have been just sent to try and keep Kalonzo Musyoka busy and try to convince him not to join William Samoei Ruto, because he has two options: either run on independent ticket after resigning from his party, or in fact he has three options: run on independent, support William Ruto, or decide to stay within Azimio. So Gideon Moi, because Gideon and Ruto, they are not good friends, their matrix haingiani. So Gideon will not be happy if Ruto is having more people on his side, because having more people, that means you are winning. So he has to try and prevail upon Kalonzo Musyoka not to join William Samoei Ruto. The best way Gideon Moi to ascend to power is if Raila becomes the president, and in that way it will be possible for him. But once William Ruto becomes the president, that means Gideon Moi will not be anywhere near presidency. His name is going to die, and for a long time, until when Ruto will finish, and maybe a Kikuyu or someone else will take over. Because of that, Gideon would want to see William Ruto being in opposition. Then from there, at least with Uhuru and Raila, they can help him to calculate on how he can be on ballot. So because of this, Gideon Moi has to reach out to Kalonzo Musyoka, keep him busy, convince him, and be a friend to Kalonzo Musyoka, so that Kalonzo is not joining the other side. And number 3, in Raila Odinga's team, there can be a possibility Raila can introduce the position of Prime Minister, which can be implemented through an executive order just once he becomes the president. Then they can think on how to change the constitution so that it can be a constitution office in the near future. So maybe Gideon Moi has gone there to convince Kalonzo Musyoka to take a prime minister position, the same way Ruto has dealt with Musalia Mudavadi in Kenya Kwanza. Because now Mudavadi has been told to stay quiet, keep busy campaigning, but he will be made the prime minister. So this can be another offer Raila is ready to give to Kalonzo Musyoka, but he's trying to reach out to Kalonzo through Gideon Moi. Let Moi explain to him why they have decided to make him a prime minister and what privileges he can have. Then when he agrees, is the time now they can meet and think on how to move forward. So that when Raila Odinga is unveiling his team, and the possibility is that because Raila is not playing politics in the way Ruto is playing, Raila will allow people to be around him, and he will give leadership to people to help him do the job, so that it will be seen as the people's choice and not his choice. You know, like Ruto, it comes out like Ruto's choice. But for Raila, it is going to be the people's demand or desire to have that kind of a running mate that is going to have, and the team that is going to line up that will help him in this campaign. So because of that, Raila might give a full lineup of Azimio team that is going to work with him. And that's why they're choosing to have a rally, a public rally, where the proper endorsement will be done. So in that way, maybe they want Kalonzo Musyoka to give his final view, if he's going to take that position, so that they will unveil it and give it to him when they're lining up Raila Odinga, running mate, prime minister, 2 deputies, in that manner. So they will know if Kalonzo wants, then they will put his name there. If he don't want, then they can think, okay, let us make Oparanya, because we need all the vote from Western region. So let us make Oparanya prime minister. If Kalonzo don't want, then let him go and get a deputy from Ukambani, then another deputy, Gideon Moi. then give them portfolios. So because of that, I think this is what Gideon Moi maybe has been explaining to Kalonzo Musyoka. Another possibility is that because President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga would not want to see William Ruto winning this election, and they don't want Kalonzo to go to William Ruto. So if Kalonzo is not running, and we know the vote from Kalonzo zinafaa zikuwe za baba, na vile anarun sasa, he's cutting into those votes. So the best thing to do is to allow Kalonzo Musyoka to run and not go to William Ruto. So in that way, they can dispatch Gideon Moi to meet with Kalonzo Musyoka and maybe plan on how Gideon Moi will be running him to Kalonzo Musyoka. So if Gideon Moi is running with Kalonzo, that means watu wa Baringo na watu wengine within Bonde la Ufa, they will think to vote for Gideon Moi. Even if Gideon will convince 100,000 votes from Rift Valley, I think that is good because he will be digging deeper into William Ruto support. And then Kalonzo Musyoka have the Ukambani votes. In that way, again, they will have blocked William Samoei Ruto from exploiting some vote in Ukambani through Kalonzo Musyoka when he's supporting him. So all of those votes will be for Kalonzo Musyoka. Then if this comes in this way, it means there's nothing Ruto has gained from Ukambani, then nothing or little Raila has gained from Ukambani. But when it comes to Rift Valley, Gideon Moi is digging into William Ruto support. So Raila can be ahead of him. And if need be, or if they are forced for a runoff, in that way, I think Uhuru and Raila can talk to Kalonzo Musyoka and think on how they will share the government. Even if it will mean they give him 40%, they will have to give him. So in that way, they will have already again sealed the ground and have their way. I don't know what you think about this, but that's my view. So let us have a continuation of this conversation through the comment section. I want to read your view. What do you think could have been the center of discussion between Kalonzo and Gideon Moi? Thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. May good God bless you and see you in our next